Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in these insane times. Well, we're still here today. No nuclear, no thermonuclear war yet. Thank God for that. It is 6:35 in the morning, November 21st, 2024. And let's do our daily Forex update for the day. Starting with good old euro dollar. I mean, it's been in the big triangle. We've been saying it for the last, I don't know, 2.5, 3 weeks. It's like 104.90, 106, the figure, something like that. Right now, as it stands, euro dollar came off a little bit. The crosses definitely came off nicely. Had some good resistance points yesterday and nailed it. So hopefully, if you guys were following yesterday's analysis, you know, it said if sterling yen broke a certain level, it was going lower. Same thing with euro yen, and euro yen went significantly lower from yesterday. But we'll get to those in a second. But as we stand right now in good old euro dollar, in any, I mean, I don't really know what to say with this currency, man. This currency is it's got to get over like 105.60 right now to show any type of strength. Basically, it's the same damn point that it's been like forever. Like it's got to stay above. This is gonna come down a little bit here. No, actually, it stays the same. It's got to get above 105.80 right here in order to show any type of strength on the day. 105.80. So what I mean with that, it needs to punch through it, right? That's the king. Queen's got to come down. Maybe she touches it. She doesn't go back into the range. She basically stays, you know, at it or a little bit below it, and then the next bar. And this is hourly chart. Next hourly chart can break through the 106.10. Then we got some type of little bit of a momentum for euro dollar to break up. If it doesn't, if it breaks below, say 105, I would think the first warning will be this low right here, okay, which is at 105.05. Would be a warning, okay, but the main low that we have to watch out for is like 104.90. If it breaks that, then it's going to 104.41, which is the whole. I mean, it's the support level for this thing, and I'm not saying it's gonna just crash down from there. It's definitely showing that it's breaking down lower to get back into the lower ranges of like 102, almost maybe parity. You know, we'd have to take it one step at a time. Let's go on over to good old dollar yen. This is the one that's been the shaker and the groover. Yesterday I told you had resistance at, I guess we said 156. Let me see something here yesterday. Yeah, we have resistance at 156, 155, actually 97. The high was, 88 or something like that? Yeah, 155.88. Said if it broke like the 30 level, it was tracking back down to the 154 going into this range, which it did nicely. So where we're standing right now in dollar yen, in order for it to show any type of strength, let's see, what do we got here? 154, the figure. It needs to get above 154.75. This level is still good. It needs to get above this to show any strength to start crawling back up into this area again right here. So like then it has 155.11. It's got to get over, and then obviously it's got the main resistance at like 156. But if it stays below this 154.75, it's tracking to 153.30. That's dollar yen. Now there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. Excuse me. With this Ukrainian war. And that's what's causing dollar yen, everything, you know, to be completely wacky, because people don't know really what to do. And, you know, one minute you got the U.S. Embassy closing itself down in Kiev, and then the next minute, no, you can go back there. There's not going to be any bombing. But, this is, the United States, unfortunately, is escalating this thing, and it's totally insanity. Nobody wants this. And, we're playing with some really dangerous outcomes. If we're going in this direction, this is not going to be some type of conventional like Vietnam style war. This is going to be a war where we melt everybody, and it's not a good place to be. I mean, I don't understand that you think that we wouldn't be trying to push this issue, especially since this administration only has a very short time left in office. But who knows what's going on? We just don't know. All right, so we're gonna go over to good old sterling yen right now. Right here. Let me shut this down. All right, sterling yen has fallen pretty nicely. Right now, as we stand, hang on, I got to get some good numbers here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down. We have resistance right here at 198.45. 198, I'm sorry. 195.45 right there is the pivot point on the day. It's a point that it needs to get over and hold above in order to show strength. That's going back up to the 196.50 level and potentially a little bit higher. That's the pivot point for today, saying that it needs to get above the queen. The queen's got to confirm, which is the next hourly bar, has to hold above that, and it needs to hold that level. If it can't, if it gets rejected from this level, then we're definitely tracking back down to the 194.26 level. So this is what we're looking like. We have we have a pivot point right here, right at this point right here. If we can get above it, we're probably tracking into this range right here. 190, say 195.60 to 196.60, something like that. If it cannot do that, then it's basically breaking down, tracking down into here. Now, if it breaks the lower levels, then it's opening up to, like 190, 192.5 or something like that. I don't think that, I really don't know. I mean, you never know what could come out of out of the Ukraine. So anything can happen. It could be, hey, if there's peace, boom, then, dollar yen could potentially rally. It's kind of like the opposite. It used to be like if there was threat of war, a dollar would be a safe haven. But this day and age, the wars aren't the same. It's like people want to bring their currency home. Like, well, if we're all gonna kill each other, I want my yen here so I can go out, and get my last bits of sushi or whatever, go to whatever restaurant or wherever, live life a little bit, bring my yen home, So if it does break this 193.58 level on the downside, the next level supports 192.90. So if it breaks this, boom. There it is. 192. Okay, 192.80. I said 192.90 off the top of my head, but it's 192.80. All right, let's move on over to euro yen. That was a bigger move than sterling yen, I guess. We said that if it broke this 163, well, go back and look at the video. I think it was 164. 164, I'll tell you what it was if I could look at this. Yeah, 164 like 30 level was the important level. So if it broke that, it's tracking down to right here. I said the low bar is closed probably 162.21, which it hit perfectly. So what's the story today? Well, the story today is the same as kind of sterling yen. I mean, all depends on what happens over in good old Ukraine, but hang on a second here, so I don't talk out of both sides of my mouth. Let me get my volatility sheets here. Wow. All right. Let's see where we are here. It's got to get over today. It's got to get over. All right, really close. 162.75. 162.75. Like 162.75. That's fine. 76. It's got to get over this level in order to show any strength. If not, it's pouncing back down towards the 161.84 level. And then there is support. If it breaks 161.84, we're looking at 160.41 after that. 160.41. Hang on here. Let's get another level here. 160. All right, we'll go 160.45 is good. It's tracking down to 160.45. If it could get above 162.75 today, and the queen confirms, in other words, like we just explained in the other video, the next hourly bar can hold above it, then we're tracking towards the old resistance at 163.55. If we get through that, then we're looking at, you know, this part of the rectangle right here, getting back up into this range. We think that would be it for the day. I don't think that we're going to have major. Although in Forex, you never know. You could have massive moves, but I think it's going to be relatively quiet. Everybody's looking onto that Ukrainian front. All right, so there's our update for the day. Please, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. Leave some comments. If you like my political rants, put in a comment, rant. I'd be happy to do it. I like to complain about every politician in the world. I read up a lot about them, so I get a lot of dirt on them in my own head. Anyway, please like and subscribe. And remember, always enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.